They don't understand when you say you got to protect your energy. You know, it's not about being funny. It's not about being fake. I just got to protect my energy from you because I see that you're the enemy. Up close in person, you have malicious intentions. Your intentions is not pure for me. You know, God allowed me to see who you truly was before showing me who you truly was. Like, I have to reevaluate my thought process. No, not today. I have to just remove myself from this equation because you're not for me. And I say that respectfully because you know why God said everybody's not for you. Because everybody doesn't mean well. You know, they try to psych you out your thought process, let alone your freedom or your pockets at the end of the day, to play you close, to act like they so in tune with you, to act like they down. Y'all got so much in common. Oh, yeah, I'm so in tune with God, too. That's what they saying to you. No, you're not. Because God already showed me who you truly was. You're the one that's wearing the mask that has malicious intentions. So I got to fall back and reevaluate my thought process to say, you know what? I love myself to know at the end of the day, it's okay to reevaluate my thought process to know what's for me, what will be for me, and what's not for me. I have to accept it and understand that moving forward as days progress at the end of the day, I'm not missing out on nothing because you're not for me, and it's okay. You know, I would not let you play me close any more than you thought you was trying to. You know, it's a thought process for me. And then you see that you cannot play me close at the end of the day. You start to be aggressive. You start to do all this controlling stuff at the end of the day. Like, hold on, wait. God just reevaluated my thought process and showed me who you was. So this is why I'm removing myself from where I remove myself with and removing myself from you. You know, I don't have to sleep with someone for someone to act crazy. I don't have to entertain someone for someone to act crazy. Yo, that energy hit different when you tuned in with yourself to know at the end of the day, God installed these tools within you. Self-awareness, self-respect, self-control, self-discipline, self-confidence, self-care, self-value, self-love, self-worth, self-peace, self-patience, and healthy boundaries to show up for yourself, to elevate within your process of you showing up for yourself because God is patient with you. And being that God is patient with you, God wants you to be patient with yourself for you to show up for yourself. At the end of the day, listen, my child, I'm going to show you who the enemy is up close in person. You may not understand it at the moment, but you're going to understand when I show you who's who and who's not to stay away from and who to stay away from. Yeah, that energy hit different. When they have controlling issues and they trying to suck you out your thought process, let alone your freedom. And all you was trying to do is just respect yourself to respect your neighbor, but your neighbor can't respect you. Yo, that energy hit different. When you just in your lane minding your business and someone knocks on your door like, I want to disturb the peace today. No, not today, not tomorrow. Double, double, return back to sender. Double, double, not today. Double, double, return back to sender. Excuse me. Neighbor, I can respect you and stay in my lane, but you're not for me. It's not that I'm better than you. I love myself to know at the end of the day, what's for me would be for me and you're not for me. Because I'm not displaying toxic behavior. I'm not displaying that I'm going to hurt my neighbor and have malicious intentions. It's like them out their thought process, let alone their freedom. You know, I don't have controlling issues when it comes to my neighbor. I just want to respect my neighbor, but my neighbor can't respect me. So, you know, when you got to reevaluate your thought process and say, you know what, neighbor, I'm done talking to you now. Now you're reevaluating your thought process at the precinct, filling out a police report because this person has malicious intentions now. Or because they couldn't play you close to psych you out your pockets, let alone your freedom. Or because they had a hidden motive to rob you, to allow you to believe that you're something that you wasn't. It's a thought process for me when people try to play you close and they don't even know you. And they took your kindness for weakness, to intimidate you, to thought that they was going to run up on you. But when you got God within you, that energy hit different. Because God sees everything and God was just protecting you from the enemy. You know, when you in tune with God, the energy hit different. Because when you love yourself, to respect yourself, to understand that God got your back, God got your back Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And just because moments, God is good all the time. God is always on time. God may not be on your time, but God is always on time when you least expect it, especially when the enemy approaches you. So when you in tune with yourself, it's not that you think you're better than somebody. Because you're elevating in a healthy way. And that person is miserable with them being miserable of their thought process when they look in their reflection in their mirror. That they're miserable. And they just trying to interrupt the mindset of an innocent person. That's at peace with themselves, that's elevating, that's trying to progress in life. And that's trying to be their best self vision of themselves. You know, they try to sidetrack that person mental state to allow them to believe that they're not worthy. Because the miserable person is unworthy of themselves, or they feel like they're not worthy of themselves to show up for themselves, to start the healing process within them, within their thought process of themselves showing up for themselves. What look good ain't good. You know, when it starts with healing process within the day, it's a process within the process. So don't think that you just saw somebody just override whatever obstacles and challenges they did to get to where they are today. It was easy when you look at the reflection of their mirror, or when you look at the reflection of them. It wasn't easy. It was a process within a process. Them showing up for themselves today. But they more in tune with themselves more than they ever been in their life. So when you try to psych someone at their thought process, let alone a child of God, be careful when you playing with a child of God. And I say that respectfully because stay in your lane. It's none of your business how that child of God is having a bond with God and God has that bond with that child of God. It's none of your business because God says stay in your lane, neighbor. Stay in your lane. Especially when that child of God doesn't have malicious intentions to psych you out your thought process, let alone your freedom, or malicious intentions to hurt you or themselves or others around you. They just trying to respect themselves to respect their neighbor, but their neighbor can't respect them. Their neighbor is saying, how can God be so in tune with you? Never judge a book by its cover. Say that respectfully because God is not judging you. It's the thought process for me. Neighbor. God says respect your neighbor. Good day, bad day, misunderstanding day. Just because you don't understand the relationship that God has with your neighbor, that you're judging that person like God is not in tune with you. You a lie, you a devil up in disguise. Excuse me, neighbor, I didn't disrespect you in no shape or form, but stay in your lane because at the end of the day, ain't nobody disrespect you in no shape or form or bring harm towards you. So you know what you say to that neighbor? Devil, devil, return back to sender. Devil, devil, not today. Devil, devil, return back to sender. Devil, devil, not today. When a neighbor is just a hate in disguise. With malicious intentions because they truly not tuned in with God. And God is truly doing his work within you. They don't understand it. How God is allowing you to shine the way you're shining. How God is allowing you to stand tall and firm to who you truly are when you look at your reflection in the mirror. To be yourself, to be your authentic self, to love yourself, to respect your neighbor without having to come out of pocket with them. To go back and forth with words. To disrespect yourself, to show up for yourself because your neighbor doesn't understand the relationship you have with God. It's none of their business because you stay in your lane minding your business. It's a thought process for me. Protect yourself because everybody's not genuinely for you, respectfully. And it's okay to know that when you're dealing with God and God is dealing with you, you don't wear a mask. And God knows who you are when you play a child of God up close in person to allow them to believe that God is not tuned in with them or to allow them to believe that God is not working miracles in their life or God is not being patient with their process for them showing up for themselves or because you're not in tune with yourself. And you're the one who's wearing the mask to psych them out their thought process, let alone their freedom, to allow them to believe that they're not worthy and God does not love them or God is not worthy within them. But they never gave up on themselves and God never gave up on them because God installed patience with them for them to show for themselves to continue to elevate and blossom. Something that you don't understand and it's okay. But God says, stay in your lane and respect your neighbor with no malicious intentions to bring harm towards yourself and others around you. Stop the violence, stop the violence. Stop being hate in disguise because God is tuned in with a child of God. Protect your energy. Not everybody's deserving your time. Just because someone gave up on you, don't give up on yourself. Just because someone overlooked you, don't give up on yourself. You are genuinely loved by all the right people. You are genuinely respected by all the right people. And you deserve to be treated with respect 365 days with no malicious intentions to bring harm towards yourself and others around you. Never allow the enemy or hate in disguise or person with malicious intentions psych you out your thought process, let alone your freedom, because you are worthy and you matter. And you matter. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, just because moments. Just because someone gave up on you, don't give up on yourself. Just because someone overlooked you, don't give up on yourself because you are genuinely loved by all the right people that's genuinely for you. And you are genuinely respected by all the right people that's genuinely for you. God installed patience within you for you to be patient with your process, for you to show up for yourself, to elevate. And when tuning in with God, you don't wear a mask. And I say that respectfully. Respect your neighbor and stay in your lane. I truly appreciate your time to the genuine ones only. Love yourself with God's protection. Love yourself with God's protection for every direction. Have a safe weekend. Protect your energy because not everybody's deserving your time. Naya, genuine love, respect. Love yourself with God's protection. Love yourself with God's protection for every direction. Have a good weekend. Respect.